Okay, I'm sorry about that, everybody. I got interrupted. That was a friend of mine. That was a good friend of mine. He wanted to jaw jack a little bit, but, you know, like I said, it's all good, people. It's all good, ain't it? Well, anyway, what I was saying was that I got to the hospital, and there sat all my family, all the way around me. It felt good to see them all show up, even though it was like 3 days before Christmas. Yeah, 1990 in December, right before Christmas, when it all broke loose. Yep, that's when my mom was making a cake and getting ready to have a family get together. I think we was going to, it's my uncle's house. His name was Chudum. You know, how you doing? And yeah, that's when I come very close to God. You know, that's when I said, you know, that's when I say a prayer. A lot of people won't say, son, but I had no choice. Nobody was around me, and the winds are howling at 10 mile, 15 mile an hour, cold. I felt it was my time, you know, so I told him, you know, hey, it's like this. If it's my time to go, so be it. I'm putting my life in your hands, God. Sure enough, I did. Then I discovered the love of what a mother has, man, for kids. And I'm going to be dead up on it, son. It was something. You see, when they had me on a board. Man, they strapped me on this board and I couldn't move. I mean, I'm going to tell you what. You know, I was going through the field and I looked at him and I said, you know what, I'm not hurt too bad. Just drop me off at the house and I'll go lay on the couch and I'll be up and ready to roll out in the morning. They looked at me kind of funny. They said, you don't understand how bad you hurt, son. You'll see when you get to the hospital. Well, I looked at my mom and my mom was crying. Well, anyway, she was crying. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, I'll put you through HE double hockey sticks, Mom. You know, and I want to ask you something. And she was crying, red in the face, man. I mean, you have no idea how bad it tore me up. I see how much she loved her son. And how much your dad loves you, you know. For my dad to get up in the situation he was in to look for me, that said it all right there. Oh my, it said it all. You know, here is he dying of cancer. Took a treatment 3 days before. So weak he could not even, so weak he had to crawl barely. You know what I mean? It took him an hour and a half to get there. And the field was like, I don't know, it was like a half a mile long from the house. Okay? Bottom of a hill. My mom sat there crying. I looked at my mom and I said, Mom, I did a lot. I put you through HE double hockey sticks, Mom. I truly did. She's crying, red in the face, and I said, Mom, I want to ask you something. And she couldn't talk, son. I'm being dead up honest. She just whispered, what? I said, can you forgive me for all the wrong that I done and help me make it right? She shook her head, yeah, she couldn't talk. She shook her head, yeah, and she couldn't talk, son. Well, I woke up, I didn't wake up, but they took me into St. Mary's Hospital, Evansville, Indiana, son. Oh my goodness, you had to be there, man. I mean, it was awesome. You know, I woke up after 12 hours of surgery. Doctors told me, son, your work days are over. What do you mean? And that's when it gave me the news, you know, that I had 3 pins in my right hip and a rod in my right hip. My kidneys had been smashed, my face, it was all bandaged up because I went down thorns now. My face went to hit the side of a thorn tree now, and the thorns were that long on it. I mean, I kid you not, they was this long. I'm trying to line it up here. Okay, here we go. The thorns were about that long. They went in about that far into my face. I didn't know it. And they said also that because of the accident, where it was at, because my leg had got in between the clutch, with the clutch lever, which is on my right hand side. My leg, there's like a spot there, it's about like that. My leg went in between it, people. Yeah, like that. And my leg went up between this son of a gun. It ripped my leg and my socket. In other words, what they had to do, it was all shattered. The whole hip. So they had to go in there and they took a ball. They took and made a metal ball joint, put it in there. Then half of my hip bone, half of the socket, the ball socket itself, half of it is metal, half is bone. So, you know, that really brought me close to God, and I really, really can't thank God enough for seeing me through that. The second time was over here in Florida, about 5 miles down the road from here. 6 miles, I believe. A place called Moore Mickens Crossroads. Yeah, they got a stoplight there. I was getting ready to cross that stoplight, don't you know? Here come a car, 35 mile an hour, ran the stoplight, hit me head off. Boom! That was it, son. I'm laying there. I'm bruised inside and out. You know? I mean, I truly am. And a life flighted me into Tampa General Hospital. Doctors didn't know how I pulled through it, but I did. They said I had no broken bones. Yeah, I was unconscious. I want to talk about I want to talk about being unconscious, okay? I'll leave that to your imagination on what that, you have no idea. But my son's crying, and I'll never forget it when he looked at me and are you okay? I mean, I heard him bawling. It pulled me out for a little bit. He was bawling. Are you alright, Dad? Are you okay, Dad? At the time, he said, you're a little bitty fella, man. Oh, my gosh, man. And I was so weak, I couldn't hardly talk. But I looked at him, and I said, I'm alright, son. And then I passed out. And I was on my way to Tampa General Hospital. His voice is what woke me up. His voice pulled me out of consciousness. I was unconscious, and it brought me to consciousness when I heard him say that, are you alright, Dad? His crying is what got me. Got a hold of me and pulled me out, you know? And that right there told me, man, if there was ever a God, yeah, there is. Yes, it is. Do I have him to thank for everything? You're dang straight, son. Everything going on in my life is good. Yeah, there's a few things in my life, you know, yeah, that maybe I could do better on. Maybe I could do better on, you know, I don't know. You know, there's a purpose for being here, just don't know what it is yet. I feel like whenever it's time, I'll know. Well, I'm gonna, you know, that's like I said, you know, that was 2 times, man, it really affected me. Oh, I'm telling you. But you know what? Life's good and life's great, you know. You don't take, you know, how can I say this is what I'm trying to say. You don't take advantage of today what you may not have tomorrow. You know, everybody, I've done it all. And I'll tell you what, I had a good life, son. I truly have. My life's a long way from over. I see they flying the helicopters again. Yeah, I don't know where they're heading this time. Nobody actually knows. I'm just adjusting my monitor a little bit, that's all. I hope you don't mind. Alright, there we go. There we go, I'm just adjusting my monitor, everybody. I hope you didn't mind that. You know, but yeah, you know, I just want to, you know, like I said, it's been a wonderful life. My life's a long way from over, people. It's a long way from over. It's just, I want to share a lot of things about my life. You know, I guess the biggest joy of my life was working for a living. You see, I'm going to get into that in my next video, and it's